The fourth generation retailer, Martin Sneider, started as a shoe salesman and rose to the president, co-CEO, and chief merchant of one of the nation's largest fashion shoe and apparel specialty chains. Today, this retail king is now an author with the release of his debut book, Shelf Life, all about family, fashion, and business. And it's so good that people are even comparing it to the hit movie, The Devil Wears Prada, okay? And this morning, he is joining us to talk all about it. Hi, Martin. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Ashley. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so you've done so much with your career. I mean, being a retail exec, teaching business school, and now you are an author. But how did you come to write this novel?
Well, of course, as you say, I spent my life in retailing. I thought there was an untold story about what happened to retailing from 1950 to 2000, which is, the book is placed mostly there between 1950 and the year 2000, and how we've gone from department stores being king, downtowns being king, to the internet. And in between, we had malls open up everywhere and now starting to close. We've had Targets and Walmarts, Sears go away. Lots of things has happened in retailing, and I thought there was a story there, but I didn't want to tell it as a dry kind of nonfiction story. I really wanted a family involved. So I invented a family, or I imagined a family that starts a retail business and goes through all of the changes that I just mentioned. And there's conflict in the family because the entrepreneur, the entrepreneur is often a very undisciplined, maybe you're familiar with that in Nike. There's a kind of a certain personality that a entrepreneur has that's great in starting a business, figuring out how to make the business work, finding the customer, but then you need business types to come in and rationalize the business and run it in an orderly fashion. And so, Phil Knight, I guess, is an example of that. I mean, he's an incredible visionary.
Absolutely.
Started a business. But right now, he needs people running the business on a day-to-day basis that know how to run a business.
Right, and I'm so glad that you touched on mall culture, because I wanted to ask you, do you think we're at the end of that? Because so many malls I grew up loving are either empty or they're just knocked down and they're not there anymore. What do you think about mall culture? Is it coming to an end?
Well, I don't think it's coming to an exact end. I think the strong malls in big cities like Portland or Seattle or any big city will continue to do okay, because they'll have a Nordstrom, they'll have a Bloomingdale's, they'll have a Macy's, they'll have certain key retailers that can anchor those malls.
Yeah.
And then they need to release their space. They need to take space away from losing concepts and sign up Lululemon or other current specialty retailers.
Right.
But the days of malls being the default shopping choice for most people is at an end.
Yes, and before we go, I have to ask this question because people are comparing this book to The Devil Wears Prada, and we love that. But is there a chance that we can turn this book into a streaming version or the big screen? Tell me about it.
Yes. There is a chance. In fact, yes, I'm glad you brought that up. It is, I've been in discussions with people about that, and early stage discussions. And the fact that Succession was such a big hit, as was House of Gucci and The Devil Wears Prada, there's a definite interest in the part of the public in fashion and what goes on behind the scenes, and family drama, where
absolutely
people and families don't agree and have different ambitions and betray
I love it.
Other. Yeah,
that's all I need to know. I just want to remind you, I'm ready to be a leading lady. So whenever you ink the deal, give me a call.
Okay, well, you had to give me more information than a leading lady.
I will. Well,
I,
I have my people call your people. Martin, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
I'll take a meeting. Okay.
Thank you so much.